Hello, I'm Joey Arnold. I'm an American in Vietnam. Yesterday, the police arrested me after the staff at the Circle K store called them. I didn't do anything wrong, but they still called. It happened after I bought some noodles, and I just wanted to say something really quick to one of the staff because she told me before that she likes to learn English. Here in Vietnam, people like to learn English and they practice English, and she knows English, and I've talked to her a few times and she knows a few English words and she understood the things I would say, and she was really happy when she met me in September 2014 here in Ho Chi Minh City in District 4. It's at the Ton Dan Street, the 167 Ton Dan. Here is the address in case you're wondering. Here's some of the details. Here's my Facebook, Joey Arnold. I'm an American English teacher. I've been in Vietnam since 2012. I was born in America in 1985. This is the address of the Circle K Vietnam. It's 167 Ton Dan, District 4, Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. So this happened yesterday, 2014, October 8th. So that was a Wednesday morning. And it was really, really sad that it happened, and I'm really upset. What happened, like I already said, I was trying to buy some noodle, and I paid for the money, and I was just trying to say 3 words to the girl who knows me and who talks to me, and I thought there was no problem with saying something really quickly. I wasn't interested in starting a long conversation, and I wanted her to realize that. All I was trying to say was, you are happy. I was trying to encourage her, which is something I do as an English teacher and as a motivational speaker. This is something I like to try to do. I really believe in it, and I'm a Christian, and I try my best to try to help people and inspire people. I've wanted to travel the world since I was 8 years old, back in '93 in America, and I try really hard to do anything I can to help people. I volunteer, I do charity, and so I was only saying 3 words, or I was trying to say 3 words, but she interrupted me, and she said, "Sorry, sir, hurry up, sir." She wanted to go back to work, and that's understandable, and I'm not against that. I just wanted her to listen a little because, customer service is very important, not just in America and developed countries, because these other countries around the world, they're starting to develop, they're developing, and they're adopting the ways of the Western cultures of, the other countries like America and Europe, and it's important to try your best to think about the foreigners in your country, especially in Vietnam. And if you're not nice to foreigners, something bad could happen if you treat the foreigners bad. So what happened to me was that the police came. They came to me because they called the police. The staff called the police on me because they basically were saying that I was making trouble. And you can argue and say that I was making trouble, and to some extent I was. But because I was trying to understand what was going on. The girl, she said to me that she does not like me, but before she told me that she did like me, and so I'm a little confused about that, and I really don't understand how that happened. I mean, it's okay, you don't have to like me, but I want some honesty. I really don't understand why she can't tell me. You could say, well, because he doesn't know enough English, but then there's the other guy, the taller guy with glasses who works there, and he knows a lot of English, and I've talked to him many times about things, and he refused to translate, and he didn't want to translate, and he just told me to stop talking. And I said, but I really want to understand what happened. And he said, you need to leave the store and get out of here, and we don't want to talk to you, something like that. And I said no, because I really wanted to understand, and I felt like you should not do these kinds of things to your customers. You should try to respect your customers, try to be a little nice to your customers, regardless of what country you're in. You should be a little more diplomatic. Think about the international things. Think about other people. Don't just think about, well, in our country we don't do that, or we have a different culture. I understand that you have different culture and different ways of doing things, but at the same time, you should try to be a little nice to other people, and you should try to be a little honest. And what they did is they called the police, and the police came, and they were trying to understand. I don't know what the staff at Circle K told the police, because I don't know Vietnamese. But I try to say to the police, if they know any English, like, I try to say, I'm a customer, and I'm just like, I'm here and I buy things. I sit down for a little while. For some time, I sit down as a customer, which is okay, and not for too long. There's no time limit for how long you can sit down in the dining room to use a laptop after you buy something, because you're gonna buy something, and if you don't, you're still a potential customer. And regardless, you can sit down in the dining room, and you can use the laptop, and you can, eat the food that you bought at the Circle K store, the convenience store. And that's what I did. And the police were trying to say something like, you need to buy the food, and I did, and I have the receipt, and I could show you the receipt, and then, the bill that says that I bought it, and what time I bought it, and I bought it before the police came. I shared this on Facebook, and people said, well, maybe you didn't buy the food, or maybe you bought the food after the police came, but I bought it before the police came. And the police were talking to me, and then more policemen came. There was like around 10 police officers that came to the Circle K. And then there was one lady police officer, and she said, I'm from the embassy, and show me your passport. And I said to her, you're not from the embassy, and I didn't do anything wrong, because I'm just a customer, and I didn't break any rules. I'm a nice customer. And I'm also an English teacher, and I try to teach English to people, even to the staff, so I have a benefit for being here, or they have more of a benefit, because I can help them. And basically, I didn't say all that to them, to her. I just said, you're not from the embassy. I don't think so. And I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't have to show you my passport. And then I went to leave, and then the police officers, they tackled me to the ground. They broke my glasses. So my glasses here, it's broken like right here. That came off. It was also bent. So this part, it was like bent, and it was just bent in a couple different ways, and I had to go buy new glasses. And also my backpack, not this backpack, but the other one that's like blue, and it's like, I don't think they should do that. And they used some tape to arrest me, to tie me up, and I was tied up for like about 4 hours, from 6 a.m. to 11. Oh, that's about 5 hours. 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on that day, on Wednesday morning, yesterday. And it's just really sad, because I didn't do anything wrong. And also I had to sit around, they had me tied up at the Circle K while they were just like filling out papers and smoking. They're not allowed to smoke. It's just no smoking in the Circle K. But they're smoking, but they're the police, and they can do anything they want, even hurt foreigners like Americans, which is what they did. And they were just like filling out papers, drinking, and smoking, and just laughing, and like pointing at me, laughing about things. And I see this as a serious thing. Like, I'm serious. My face is serious, but they're just like laughing about it, joking around, and I don't know what they're joking about. And because they knocked me to the ground. They hurt me. They hurt me for a while, because they had to like bend my arms behind my back. The kind of thing they do to a criminal. But you have to ask yourself, do I look like a criminal? I know if you watch Criminal Minds, you watch some of the, like, CSI, and you watch Dexter, and you watch some of the TV shows and movies, you see people, and you start to become paranoid, like, oh, anybody could be a criminal, because you see people, and they look like a normal person, but they do bad things. But if you really know me, you will see, and you should see that I am a good person, and I was just trying to help people, and I wasn't trying to hurt people. I did raise my voice a little during the conflict when I was talking to the tall guy, because I was trying to understand why she doesn't like me anymore, the girl that works there. And she wouldn't tell me, and he wouldn't tell me, and he started to raise his voice, like he started to yell at me, and he said, "I'm gonna call the police if you don't come." And I said, "Okay, call the police. I'm waiting." Because many times in Vietnam for the past 2 years, like they would say things like, "I'm gonna call the police," and they don't call the police, and they don't come, and I just get disappointed when these kinds of things don't happen, and so I wanted to call his bluff, so to speak, or I just wanted to make sure people are honest and that they do what they should do. I make these kinds of videos sometimes when something bad happens. I always try to fight injustice when somebody might do something like if a girl might steal my bike, was happened in 2013, or if somebody lies to me, like if I have some people that promise to pay me money, like the Lee Pagoda, and they don't, then I tend to make these kinds of videos where I talk about it and I tell people, okay, somebody did me wrong, something bad happened, and we can make a difference and we can try to fight this injustice, like Captain Planet would say. I try to send a message, and I try to share these kinds of things to people as much as I can when bad things happen. Like I try to be Rosa Parks, and I try to sit down in the front of the bus instead of the back of the bus, so to speak. I know this is a crazy like like an illustration that I'm using right now, talking about Rosa Parks, and I know you're like, you can't compare. This is what you want to say. You want to say, oh, you can't compare yourself to Rosa Parks, who is a like an activist for the African Americans, the black people in America, and she was able to help people and help the Americans. I mean, and the black people, and and that was really good. And then I try to do that too. I try to get people to be aware of certain things, like injustice, when things happen, contrary to the way that they should happen. When injustice happens, when bad things happen, we should do something about it. We should talk about it and think about it. And so I just want people to know this and be aware of this, and that's why I'm making this video right now. And so this is basically all I wanted to say, and I know this video is a little too long for some people, and some people are not going to watch it, and I hope some other people can maybe summarize this or edit this video and make it shorter or something, because I'm saying too many things. But it's, like, I believe it's very important, and I'm a good person. I try to do good things, and I also believe in Christ, and I know good things don't get you to heaven, but I'm just saying that you trust Christ to get into heaven. That's what I believe in very strongly. But also, you do good things too at the same time, because you love God and you want to help other people and you love your enemies. And I try my best to love my enemies, and this is what I believe in with all my heart and all my soul. I believe in going after everything I can, in making the world a better place, in being honest, and being the best kind of person I can, to be the most efficient and effective with the skills and talents that I have. The skills that I have is in making movies, and a little bit of like writing and art, and playing guitar and piano and basketball, and teaching English, and a little bit of web design, and there's a few little things like that. And, I'm not trying to impress you, and you probably think I'm trying to impress you. Like, wow, what are you doing? You're full of yourself. But I'm just trying to, explain myself in a very fast pace, because I'm trying to make this video a little shorter. And I want you to realize that injustice was done, and something should be done about it. Because, like, especially in a country like Vietnam, which I believe can get better, we should do something. We should come together, and we should try to find ways to make things better. And we shouldn't, like, just continue to allow these things to happen. So if anything happens to me, that something bad happened because they don't like progress, maybe. Like, when I say they, I'm talking about mostly the government in Vietnam, or maybe other people too, and I don't exactly know, and I know I can get in a lot of trouble for doing this, and I can get arrested and even killed by the police, or by gangsters, or by anybody, because I'm saying bad things. But I'm only saying bad things because I want things to get better. I'm not just, like, hitting people for no reason, and so you have to ask yourself, why did I yell a little? Why did I raise my voice at the Circle K, in District 4? It's because there was injustice, Here we are, like the Salvation Army. We're trying to fight injustice. And we want things to get better, and that's what I believe in, and I want things to get better, and it's very important that we have a heart, and we stop caring, or we stop saying things like, oh, we can't make a difference. Like, that's what I get, especially like on Facebook. People say something like, oh, I don't know those people, so I can't help, or I live too far away, so I can't help. But we gotta do something. We gotta like call people, or let people know, we're not okay with it. We gotta go to that Circle K and tell people there, hey, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this social injustice kind of thing. I don't want this to continue to happen, and you shouldn't treat your foreigners or anybody like this. And they will say, well, we're nicer to foreigners, especially Americans, and less to the Africans. And we do whatever we want to we treat the Vietnamese people a little differently or a little worse, and it shouldn't be worse. And also, they tend to discriminate against the foreigners, and even to the Americans to some extent, and that is really sad, especially when Saigon was an ally with the Americans in the Vietnam Civil War just about 30 or 40 years ago, around the 50s and 60s and 70s, and now they're turning their back away from that, and they need support from America. If anything bad happens, if China comes and try to take more than just the oil and some islands, if they come and fight, they need the help and support of America. But why is America going to help if they're treating Americans like dirt? And that's what I'm trying to say. Don't treat your Americans like dirt, because you need them and you need your country. You need the Americans to come and help, because that's what we're here for. I mean, you can argue about that and say, well, Americans need to stop going to other countries and helping other people. But never mind that. I'm just saying, hey, we got to stick together and make the world a better place. You can make the world a better place. Only you can prevent forest fires, is what Smokey the Bear always says. And Captain Planet says, combine our powers together. I'm acting kind of silly. I'm using some pop culture references, but I just want you to realize, like Michael Jackson always says, we can make the world a better place. Heal the world. Come on. What are you gonna do about it? You're just gonna turn this off and walk away, watch something else, do something else? Then you just become a couch surfer. You become a couch surfer. You become a couch potato, and you shouldn't do that. You should go do something. For more information, you can go to my Facebook, facebook.com/JoeyArnoldVN. You can see some of the things that I wrote. And I want you to remember that it's very important that you realize, what happened at the Circle K. That's the address, Circle K, 167 Ton Dan, District 4, Ho Chi Minh City, in Vietnam. And remember this. Remember how the Vietnamese people, how the police, they treated me really badly and they arrested me, and we shouldn't allow this to happen.